Are you ready to improve your chess? If yes, this video is for you because I'm going to show you a fantastic, a brutal opening, how to use it and win more games. I have three of them, three fantastic examples for you, and in one of them, Wesley So, one of the best players in the world, the number 5 actually, he lost after 12 moves. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Here, after the move e4 and e5, we have knight f3, knight here, bishop to c4, and here we are in Italian tabia. Alright, white would like to develop his pieces, and here black has some options. One of them is to play knight f6, the two knights defense, inviting white to play some very aggressive lines after knight to g5. And we have a lot of theory there. This is one line. If white would like to avoid that, he can play something very solid like this one, like d3, gioco pianissimo, very slow system. But here we have this one, d4, like the Scotch Gambit, right? So he's trying to open up the center because he's white and he would like to attack. It's okay. So here we have pawn takes and short castling. Black has two options right now. Two good options, I can say. One of them, as So played into the game, we have knight takes to e4. This is one option, we're going to see it, and this is a Morphy attack actually. And we have another one, bishop to c5. This is Max Langer attack. I'm going to create other videos about that in order to learn it deeper. This one, this opening. So we have this one, rook to e1, attacking the knight. He played d5, and now some crazy tactic started. And we have bishop takes, sacrificing his own bishop there, and he has to do that. And after queen takes, you have a very beautiful move. I really admire this one. It's really beautiful. It looks crazy. Knight to c3. In the first point, it looks, what are you doing? I can take it with the pawn, right? But actually, he cannot take it like this because you can take the queen. If I can take it with this knight, no you cannot, because this knight is pinned to the king. So he has to do something else, he has to remove his queen. We are threatening the queen and we are threatening the knight. It's very impressive. And after queen to a5, now he just captured there. And white is threatening again, white is threatening to checkmate in two moves. For example, we can give this a double check, attacking with rook and knight. The king has to go away only to on d8, and then we have rook e8 checkmate. So he has to do something, he has to block up the file, and he played this one, bishop e6, very nice. So we have bishop d2 attacking the queen, queen went there, and now we have a very nice move, and you have to remember that. This move is bishop to g5. Continue improving his pieces, develop his pieces, and stop long castling. Recently, I was referee in school championship, and I had a lot of questions about the kids if the enemy king can castling or not. When the king bypass from the square that controlled by other pieces, for example, bishop is controlling this square, we cannot castling long side. You can see the computer don't allow me to do that because we are controlling this square on d8. So let's move forward. Here actually it's the position, it's black's turn here. And Wesley So was in a very difficult situation because he cannot castling long side and he has to do something. Let's see some wrong moves first of all. If he just played f6 right now, because you are attacking the bishop, you have to go away usually, right? And after that I'm going to castling long side and everything looks fine, right? But this is not good because he can play knight to h4 attacking the queen, and after queen d5 maybe to overprotect the bishop, not go somewhere with the knight in order to have the spin. So he's trying to protect the bishop, and now we have another very nice and typical sacrifice in this game. Usually I used to play this opening with black and white. Actually it's very entertaining, a very entertaining opening with a lot of tactics. And here we have this shocking move, bishop takes f6, because if you just take that, we have double attack, knight takes f6, attacking king and queen in the same time. So let's go back. What else he can do? Maybe he calculated to play something like h6. What else he can do right now? He can play h6 attacking the bishop. Okay, we can go back, keeping this diagonal under control, he cannot castling, and invite him to play this move g5. He's attacking our bishop, and usually we have to go back, right? Because when you're attacking, the other guy should logically defend. but you should not think like that. When your opponent is attacking, you should think how to counterattack, how to take the initiative, how to take the upper hand, and you can do it by creating stronger threats. How can I do it here? Obviously by taking the pawn on d4, because you're attacking the queen. Alright, but he can take this one and I'm continue attacking the bishop. But then white can take the knight, now he's threatening the rook in the corner. What to do? Maybe to save the rook, and after that we have this deadly double attack. We are attacking the king, he can go there, we can take, he can go back maybe on e8, and after that we can save the bishop, and this is the way that you are going to win a lot of games. So Wesley So here didn't know exactly what to do, and he played the most normal move in the position, right? He played bishop to c5. Why not? It looks right. But this is the losing move. This is the losing move because here black can play this, attacking the queen, and after that we have the fantastic move here, and this move is in c4. Very strong move. What he can do now? We have a very special chess move. He just moved his pawn forward here 2 squares. For that reason black can take it en passant like that. He can do this move, and he just captured there, but now we can take the queen, and after this we have knight takes on c5. This is a check by the rook, and white is winning a lot of material, right? So white is winning here. He cannot capture the pawn like that. What else he can do? He can take with a queen, let's say. It looks normal, but here I'd like to repeat, recently I created a chess course with Grandmaster Stelios Chalkias about tactics and calculations, how to do that, how to calculate, how to foresee the game, right? And here one of the topics, one of these lessons was semi-hanging pieces. Hanging and semi-hanging pieces. The semi-hanging piece is this one, because we're attacking once, he's protecting once, but we can attack again, and we can do that with this move, rook to c1, attacking the queen, and after that the bishop. So he's going to lose material. For example, here we are going to win, we have an extra piece, and I hope you can win with the extra piece, right? So what else to do? He cannot take en passant like this, he cannot take the pawn like that, so he has to go on e5, okay? And here we have this move, he went there, we have this one, and queen to e5. Why they are repeating the moves, right? They are going back and forth. Why? Because the game was rapid control. They had approximately 20 or 15 minutes for entire game to complete their moves. For that reason, players could be under some pressure right now, and by repeating the moves in such position you are going to win 1 or 2 minutes, right? It's very nice, very important to do that. It's a practical technique during the games. He won little time on the clock, and now he played the best move, f4, attacking the enemy queen. And believe it or not, this is a checkmate, not to the king but to the queen. The queen is trapped, cannot go anywhere, right? And you see Wesley So lost the game after bishop to c5. Now we have this move check, the bishop is attacking, he played this one, this tried to do something with the queen, we have this one again attacking the queen, and he captured the pawn. What else to do, because this knight is attacking the bishop, so he has to do something. Finally he captured on c4, and here Wesley So is a very strong player. He foreseen some tactics in order to prolong a little bit the game, to do something about his position, but actually he's completely losing. As we already mentioned, we have this very strong move. But wait a minute, he has d2, he played this one attacking both rooks, but we just capture here, and after takes and takes, he captured the rook, but it's white's turn, and he just captured this unprotected bishop, and now black lost this game. At this point I'd like to talk about the chess opening package, which contains Scandinavian defense, Grand Prix attack, and Benko Gambit. If you click in any of those links, you can see the detailed curriculum of the lessons. Each course contains theoretical videos and analyzed games. In total we have 46 theoretical videos, which are more than 11 hours, and approximately 200 analyzed games. Only 1 hour of a professional trainer cost approximately 20 euros, and you can see here the outstanding final price of this package. If you're interested and you'd like to own this package, then you can click the link in the description of that video. We are moving forward now. Let's see another very cool game. We have again the same opening, almost the same opening moves, and now we have the Scotch opening. Black has some ideas. He can take this, of course, and now White has some ideas. He can take there the knight. He can play bishop to c4 as he played during the game, or he has a gambit here, knight to g5. Very tricky gambit, right? I already created a video about that. You can click the link in the description below in order to see this video a little later. Very tricky, and if Black don't know exactly what to do, he can lose the game very soon. So we have bishop c4 here, and after this we have castling against our line. Here Black has two options. Do you remember that? If not, you can go back and check again what I told about these two interesting moves that Black has. And after this he played this one. Again we're continuing with our theory, and knight to c3. This is very impressive move. And here Black has two options. He can go on a5, this one variation, another one is queen h5. Both of them are approximately equal. Good for Black, approximately equal. And after this he now just captured there. Now he's threatening something else. Again to give this check here, double attack, attacking the queen, and checkmate on e8 later. So he played this one in order to close the e file, and again we have the same move because we are stopping the enemy from the castling. He cannot castling alongside right now. We have very active pieces, and this queen is little squeezed there, right? Because he's under attack. It could be under attack, something like that. The queen don't feel this freedom. He cannot move in many squares. So we have here h6, try to kick away this bishop and say, okay, you have to go back, and after that I will see what I'm going to do. And this opening is very nice because we have a lot of tricks. And here White didn't went back, but he went forward. Yes, he went forward, and he played this another really amazing move, bishop to f6. This is a very typical tactic, by the way, because you cannot really capture here. We can capture with a knight, and this is a double attack. King and queen are under attack, so he has to do something else. And please also notice that he cannot really develop the bishop because we can take the pawn, and in the same time this bishop is threatening this pawn on d4. Maybe he is not going to capture it instantly, but he is under pressure. So we have here queen to f5, knight takes, and another really nice move, queen takes. The bishop is under attack. He might be thought to capture this bishop, but White didn't remove this one. And White is threatening to capture on g7 actually. And by the way, he just captured here. We have this check, and after this we have this check right now. Queen cannot capture here because we can take, and the bishop is pinned. He has to go on e8 maybe to avoid any discoveries on the d file. For that reason he went there, and after that we have this check, and we are enjoying ourselves, right? So let's go back. He played this one, queen d5, tried to exchange the pieces, and we have queen to e3. As you are going to learn on 42 attacking principles, a course that I created with Grandmaster Marian Petrov. It will be released very soon. This is a very important attacking principle, and you should keep the queens on the board. When you're attacking, he repeated the position, he went there. Now we have queen d3, another very tricky move, because as you can see this queen is pinned actually. He cannot really go away, and now we're threatening a check like that, and after this check we can take the queen because the bishop is pinned. If you don't have any tactic, when you are a beginner, then your opponent is going to play some mistakes and the tactics will be obvious there on your board. But if you are going to improve yourself, if you are become a better player, then you have to create the tactics. If you learn by heart the basic tactics, then you have to create them, and this is how he is creating the tactic. The queen is not very well protected. I'm going to do something about that. And he played bishop here. Now we have this take. He went rook to d8, tried to attack the queen, and now we have a long series of forcing moves. And after this he has to take, he captured the queen, and after that he just captured the rook, and White won this game actually because Black cannot do anything at all. And let's see the final game here. I have another game, and this is the first moves. And here we already talked about knight to f3. But actually we have another opening here, we have another transposition. He played bishop to c4. This is a bishop opening, and this is not a separate opening actually, but it's a very nice developing move and try to do what he's going to do later, because this move can transpose to one opening or to another. What I mean, for example, after knight to f6, during the game he played d4. And after this he played knight f3, and you see we transpose to Scotch opening. But here we have something else. He cannot play like that. He can play something else, or knight to c3. This is Vienna opening, another system, and maybe he would like to play f4 in the future, right? It's a different opening. So bishop to c4, it's a very nice move to transpose from one opening to the other. Now we have knight f6, d4 takes here, and after that he's just castling. We have the Morphy attack again, not the Max Langer. Max Langer is with bishop on c4, but he just captured here, d5. He has to take the pawn, because if you don't take this pawn, you're going to lose. He has 2 pawns up, so we have this trick, and after that knight to c3, and after this takes, again threatening knight f6. He blocked, we have this there, and the next amazing move is bishop to f6. You can see here that white pieces are dancing around the squares, right, around the board, and it doesn't care if opponent control that squares with the pawns. He played there on f6. Amazing move. And after that he went there because now he would like to capture, maybe because the queen is not under threat anymore. So we have knight takes, and he just sacrificed a piece here in order to continue his attack. Black here accept the challenge, he captured on f6, and now we have knight takes. You can see here he just sacrificed a piece in order to have this fantastic, very harmonious coordination for his pieces. Fantastic knights in the center of the board, the king is still there, the pawns are doubled, the rook is unprotected, the queen, what the queen is doing there, and white has some attack. So we have this one, very difficult to foresee actually during the game. I'm not ask from you too much thinking. I just provide you a fantastic game. And after this we have king here, and now we have the very nice diagram actually. White player foreseen all of this series of moves. He's 2650 actually, very strong player, and with black we have a woman 2400 elo points. So both of these players has a lot of rating. What are you going to do here with white actually? How are you going to continue the game? What do you think? You're welcome to pause and try to think. One move is killing, the other one is very good, the others are losing, because you just sacrifice a piece and you have to do something like that. And now it's white's turn, and he found this amazing move b4. He's trying to lure the queen away in order to not to control this square. The queen is controlling the square right now, but if the queen goes away, then he would like to give this check. And is this check so important? Yes, it is. For example, during the game he just played this one, he captured the queen, he captured there, and after this white won the game because black resigned. But let's see what's going to do, what's going to happen after this queen a4. He is going to play a normal move like that, right? Why to play rook d8? And here we have this check. And after this we have another amazing move. We have knight to f5, another check. And if he just captures here, we have another check with the knight. He cannot take the knight, he cannot touch it because the queen is attacking the king. He can block with these two pieces, but believe it or not, this is a very and rare checkmate in the center of the board. Do you like it? Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website, and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page, and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now, and you're very welcome to join my mail list.